mediocrity is everywhere right now. We surround ourselves around people that make us feel great. They tell us what we want to hear. We like that person who says, hey, you know what, man, I don't feel good today, man. And they say, oh, it's okay, brother. Take a day off. That's the mediocrity of life. We want to be the best amongst the average people. Let's say there's 10 people in this room and we're all mediocre, but I'm the best of the mediocre people. I now think I'm great. The second we put ourselves amongst the uncommon people, we don't like that feeling, that challenging feeling of that person who's waking up at 3:30 in the morning and say, hey, push your on, we're going for a run. We don't like that challenge. We don't want like this. Hey man, no, bro, get your on, man. Stop being a punk. We don't want that in our lives. People wonder, how do you stay hungry all the time? Because after I accomplish something, I don't sit back like a lot of guys who graduate buds, graduate this, graduate that. They get comfortable. They wonder why I'm getting weak, man. I don't know, I lost my edge. What's going on? Because once you hit the top of the mountain, guess what happened? I'm good. I'm good. So you wonder why you're falling down now. Because once you reach the top of the mountain, you got to build another one. That's mediocrity. There's a lot of people in mediocrity who have a nice resume.
You have to embrace what makes you different. It takes time. To do anything in life takes time and hours, patience, and work. So I like to tell people to go back to their earliest childhood memories of things that really excited them before they got mixed up with parents, teachers, and all that.
You declare, this is who I am now. Whoever showed up before this day, instead, moving forward, this is me. From now on, this is me. These are my new standards, and I will not settle for anything less than this new standard. You are strong enough to say no. And it's not because you are disciplined, but because that is not who you are anymore. Discipline requires mental strength, and you may well have that. But when you change your identity, you don't need mental strength. When you change how you see yourself, you don't need mental strength. You just act like the person you know you are. This is your new identity. And who you are is more important than all of those insignificant distractions.
You have to change how you see yourself. You are no longer someone who waits for things to change. You are someone who gets out there and makes change happen.
There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living.
You have to believe that something different can happen. The first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it.
He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
Only those who risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. All of us will be successful in life if we don't quit. There's somebody thinking, I can't do this. Somebody else is doing it. Somebody else is doing it. There are people going and buying cars, cash, so they don't have a note. They don't have that thing over them. And you looking like, how in the world can I do that? I don't know, but they doing it. There are people who are traveling and leaving and going away for 3 months. And you like, I can't take a vacation. They taking it. Why can't you? Human like they are. Listen to me. All men are created equal. Some work harder. Some get up at 2:30 in the morning. Are you here? All of us are created equal. Some of us just grind. Some of us don't make excuses. Some of us don't surrender. Some of us don't give up and give in. What we do with the pressure is we say, I gotta take it, and I gotta take it to another level. I'm telling you, you can live. And I'm not telling you something that I read in a book while I had 2 parents. Something I read in a book when my parents were upper middle class. Something I read in a book. My mama was 17 years old when she got pregnant. I had no advantages. But I woke up one day and realized all men are created equal. I don't need none. I'm my advantage.
Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive.
I know what it is to walk the floor and you don't know how you're going to make it when people no longer believe in you and you are all you got. And you got to say to yourself, sometimes with tears in your eyes, it's possible. In spite of this, it's possible I can make it again. When life knocks you down, sometimes you have to take 2 steps backwards to go forward. It's possible.
Push through. Can't nobody do what you do, like you do what you do, when you do what you do. So get your head up and regain your confidence. Don't let nobody stop you from being the best version of you. You are the one. So get your mind right, get your head up, and do what you gotta do.
And you already know, when the mind is right, our grind is right. The motto for today is do it anyway. I know you don't feel like it, but action sparks motivation. So I need you to trick yourself. Sometimes you gotta trick yourself. Give yourself 2 minutes, just get started. And I promise you that 2 minutes will turn into 3, 3 will turn into 5, 5 will turn into 10. And before you know it, you got the job done. And you are so proud of yourself. So today, do it anyway. Action sparks motivation. Once you get started, you will get it done. And I promise you, you will feel so good about yourself. Do it anyway. This is a great day to win. Let's go.
Anytime you are consciously making an effort to improve yourself, you are participating in personal development. The importance of personal growth cannot be understated, as it allows individuals to become the best versions of themselves, giving them the skills and confidence necessary to navigate any situation. Personal development doesn't only refer to improving the personal aspects of our lives, however. It also applies to professional development and the steps you can take to further your career and your knowledge to become a more well-rounded, productive employee. This could mean hitting a huge business milestone, getting the promotion you've worked for, or taking steps to sharpen your skill set. Personal development can help you embrace your full potential and improve your quality of life. As a result of personal development, your life's biggest dreams and aspirations can come true, and you'll have the skills to thrive in any scenario. Motivating yourself to be the best version that you can be is easier said than done. However, personal development can provide a clear path to a happier and more fulfilled life. To start your path toward personal development, consider the following approach. You'll want to start by creating a personal vision. Even if this step is completed for fun, it can help you envision where you want to be both personally and professionally in 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, etc. Setting targets for yourself can keep you motivated and on track. Refer to these goals often to ensure you are taking the necessary steps towards success. You can create separate personal development goals for your professional career and your personal life, although there may be some overlapping between the two areas. Some skills that can facilitate personal growth include communication, work ethic, leadership, organization, problem solving, confidence, and integrity, just to name a few. Once you have started the improvement process, make sure to keep track of how your progress is going. Keeping some sort of written record of your goals, the steps you're taking to get there, and any roadblocks can help further motivate you to become better. After a few weeks have passed, don't be afraid to reevaluate and readjust your goals to better align with your strides and development. Life is full of unexpected circumstances and surprises that may have an impact on your goals or your pacing. Learn to embrace these changes and go with the flow instead of becoming frustrated when a situation doesn't play out how you expected. Staying motivated both personally and professionally doesn't come naturally for everyone. Even those who are particularly skilled at finding motivation often may need to refer to their personal development goals to stay on track. A quick review of your personal development goals can reignite your fire and motivate you to be better. Another benefit of personal development is that it allows you to reflect on your strengths, oftentimes highlighting and unearthing some skills you didn't realize you have. If you're unsure what is considered to be a talent, know that it is something that you can complete with relative ease. Feel comfortable doing. Don't require supervision while doing it. As you reflect on your development learning process, reflect on the current talents you possess in addition to the talents you wish you had. This can act as a roadmap if you need to focus on developing certain skills in the future. Stepping back and evaluating your current skills can give you the push you need to further lean into them and refine them. It's only natural if one of your reasons for personal development is to improve upon your current skills and talents, even if it means failing along the way. Are you particularly skilled at communicating? Are you a natural leader and you don't even realize it? Personal development allows you to pinpoint where you excel and can make you even better at your existing skills. Embrace scenarios where your current skills let you down and know that failing is expected on this journey. In fact, failing is one of the hallmarks of personal development, and it will only propel you further into success in the future. Take failing as an opportunity to further improve your skills and improve upon them.
Succeeding in life has always been a matter of doing that which the great majority does not do. Now, let's keep this in mind as we get into this business of goals. It isn't that I want to make an invidious comparison between the 5% and the 95%. Not at all. That's just the way it is. And if we don't recognize it, it will be to our cost. If you can tell me what you want, I can tell you how to get it. You see, the trick is not in achieving our goals. It is in establishing them. A ship would never leave a harbor if it did not have a destination. An industrial plant would never open its gates if it did not have a product or a purpose. Football would not be played without goalposts, nor would baseball without a home plate. Every business operates for a purpose. Every game has a reason. Getting back to the analogy of our ship, if you were to climb to the navigation bridge and ask the captain the name and location of his next port of call, he would tell you immediately. There's not the slightest doubt in his mind. Can you tell anyone your destination just as quickly and in one sentence? The captain of the ship knows that he can arrive at only one port at a time. He knows that it's impossible to arrive at two. Do you know that? He also knows that his destination will be invisible for fully 99% of his voyage. But he knows it's there, and that he'll reach it, barring an unforeseen catastrophe, if he will just keep doing certain things a certain way every day. One fine morning, his destination will appear on the horizon. He'll sail into port, his voyage successfully completed. When his business has been accomplished, he'll then sail to another predetermined port of call. And this will take him and his ship from one success to another for the rest of both of their lives. By understanding that he can reach only one port at a time, the owner of ship can, in the short space of a very few years, reach hundreds of ports successfully. There'll be problems, lots of them, but they'll be solved, and the ship will steam its solitary course over the deep oceans of the world, devoting its life to accomplishing its mission and contributing its share to the welfare and economy of the world. Men and women who follow this sensible, obvious, and meaningful way of life will do the same. But the paradox is that most are like ships without rudders. They're subject to the whims of wind and tide, and while they hope they'll one day arrive in a rich and bustling port, you and I know that for every narrow harbor entrance, there's 1,000 miles of treacherous and rocky coastline. The chances of their just drifting into port are 1,000 to 1 against them. These are the unfortunate people who, not knowing the rules, believe that circumstance controls our lives. They believe in luck and superstition, fate, the breaks. They believe that success comes as a result of who you know, not what you know. And while they cling to their false alibis, life passes them by, for the rules of life are just, and they are checkmated, without haste, but without remorse. Now what about you? Remembering that the definition of success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. What's the ideal toward which you are working? Now, today, yesterday, and tomorrow? Can you write it in one sentence? Is your goal sharply and clearly defined? I could tell you how you could be and have anything you set your mind on in 5 years. To better understand this, you must examine one of the most overlooked facts in the world. It is that every job, no matter what it may be, holds somewhere within itself the key to everything we want in life, the key to greatness. But we must look for it, and we must think. Decide to become a professional at your business. You see, we can either compete or create. If we compete with all the other people in our line of work, we must be willing to accept the same rewards. If that's what we want, fine. But if we want to become professionals at what we do, then we must create. And when we begin to do this, there's no limit to that which we can achieve.